Did you know that rice, a familiar daily dish, can be a natural medicine to help reduce kidney inflammation if you choose the right type of rice? Many people think that weak kidneys mean abstaining from all kinds of things, but in fact, there are types of rice that are not only safe, but also help detoxify, soothe inflammation, and protect kidney cells from damage. When the kidneys are inflamed, the body is like a clogged filter. Toxins accumulate, the person is tired, the skin is dull, and the diet is poor. But did you know? Just by changing the type of rice you eat every day, the kidneys can rest and recover faster. Some special types of rice contain antioxidants, B vitamins, and minerals that can reduce inflammation, balance pressure in the glomeruli, and support the natural blood filtration process. In today's video, I will share the top 3 best types of rice to help fight kidney inflammation, recommended by nutritionists, easy to cook, easy to eat, and really effective for people with kidney problems. If you want to eat well and still protect your kidneys, you must watch this video. 1. Brown rice. Let's talk about the first rice variety that every arthritis patient, especially seniors, should know about. It's one you've probably seen a million times at the store, but maybe never gave much thought to. It's brown rice. But don't let how common it is fool you. This stuff is seriously powerful, especially if you're trying to fight inflammation in your joints. Brown rice is what we call a whole grain. That means it still has all its parts, the bran, germ, and endosperm, intact. Unlike white rice, which gets stripped of most of its nutrients during processing, brown rice keeps all the good stuff. And that makes a big difference for people struggling with arthritis. Why? Because arthritis is closely linked to inflammation, and brown rice is packed with things that naturally fight it. Let's start with fiber. Brown rice has a high amount of fiber, and that's super important. When you eat foods rich in fiber, it helps your digestive system work better, which lowers the levels of C-reactive protein in your blood. That's one of the markers doctors look for when they measure inflammation. Lowering that can mean less pain, less stiffness, and better mobility. And honestly, who doesn't want to move easier and hurt less? Now let's talk about magnesium. This mineral is like a secret weapon for your muscles and bones. As we age, and especially for seniors with arthritis, our bodies start to lose some of their natural strength and flexibility. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and keeps your bones strong, which makes moving around easier and less painful. A lack of magnesium has been linked to higher inflammation and increased pain. So by eating more brown rice, you're literally feeding your body what it needs to calm down those sore, aching joints. But we're not done yet. Brown rice is also full of antioxidants, which are like little warriors that fight off something called oxidative stress. That's the kind of damage that happens in your body when harmful molecules, called free radicals, build up over time. Think of oxidative stress like rust on your joints. It makes everything stiffer, slower, and more painful. The antioxidants in brown rice help stop that process before it causes more harm. That's a big win for anyone living with arthritis, especially if you're a senior and want to protect your joints for as long as possible. And here's another benefit most people don't realize. Brown rice has a low glycemic index, which means it doesn't cause your blood sugar to spike. Why does that matter for arthritis? Because when your blood sugar goes up and down too fast, it actually triggers more inflammation in the body. Stable blood sugar equals less inflammation. It's that simple. So by choosing brown rice over white rice or processed carbs, you're doing your body a huge favor, not just for your joints, but for your whole system. Now, let's get real for a second. None of this matters if the food doesn't fit into your daily life. And that's where brown rice really shines. It's versatile. You can throw it into stir fries, use it as a base for a hearty salad, or add it to soups and stews for extra texture and nutrition. It's filling, it's tasty, and it doesn't take anything fancy to cook. Just some water, a pot, and a little patience. Plus, it's affordable, which is a big deal, especially for seniors living on a fixed income. Healthy food shouldn't break the bank, and with brown rice, it doesn't have to. So if you've been eating regular white rice for years, maybe it's time to make a small change that can have a big impact. Swapping it out for brown rice a few times a week can help you manage your arthritis in a way that's natural, simple, and actually enjoyable. You're not giving up rice, you're just upgrading to a version that loves your joints back. And trust me, your body will notice the difference. It might not happen overnight, but over time you may start to feel less stiffness when you wake up, more flexibility when you move, and even better energy throughout the day. Brown rice is one of those small, easy wins you can start with today that sets the stage for long-term relief and better joint health. Black rice. Next, let's talk about a rice variety that might surprise you, not just because of how beautiful it looks, but because of how powerful it is for fighting inflammation. I'm talking about black rice, sometimes called forbidden rice. And once you learn what this rice can do for your joints and your health, you'll understand why it was once reserved only for emperors in ancient China. But now it's available to all of us, and especially for seniors living with arthritis, it can be a true game changer. What makes black rice so special? First off, its color isn't just for show. That deep, dark, purple-black hue comes from something called anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that's also found in blueberries and blackberries. These compounds don't just make the rice pretty. They actively fight inflammation in your body by neutralizing free radicals, which are unstable molecules that cause oxidative damage and stress. This kind of damage can trigger inflammation in your joints and make arthritis symptoms worse. But when you include black rice in your meals, you're giving your body the tools it needs to calm that inflammation down and start healing from the inside out. Anthocyanins also play a powerful role in reducing what we call pro-inflammatory cytokines. These are little signaling proteins your body sends out when something is wrong, like when your joints are inflamed. But sometimes, these cytokines go into overdrive, especially in people with chronic conditions like arthritis. That's where black rice comes in. It helps lower the volume on those inflammatory signals, making it easier for your body to relax, recover, and reduce pain. Just like brown rice, black rice is also a great source of fiber. And as we've talked about before, fiber does more than help with digestion. It helps feed the healthy bacteria in your gut, something called your microbiome. A healthy gut plays a huge role in controlling inflammation throughout the body. And if you're someone who's been struggling with joint pain, swelling, or stiffness, this connection between gut health and arthritis might be more important than you realize. Plus, fiber helps regulate your blood sugar, keeping those ups and downs to a minimum. Stable blood sugar levels are key for preventing sudden inflammation spikes that can make arthritis symptoms feel worse. But that's not all black rice brings to the table. It's also higher in protein than most other rice varieties, which helps with tissue repair. That's crucial for arthritis patients because your body is constantly trying to fix damaged joint tissues and rebuild what's worn down. Adding a plant-based source of protein like black rice can help support that healing process in a natural way. It also contains iron, which gives you energy and helps your blood carry oxygen more efficiently. Seniors especially need to be mindful of getting enough iron because low energy and fatigue can make arthritis symptoms feel even heavier, both physically and emotionally. And let's not forget, this rice is absolutely delicious. Black rice has a rich, nutty flavor and a slightly chewy texture that makes it satisfying and comforting to eat. It's a fantastic base for savory dishes like grain bowls, stir-fries, or warm pilafs with roasted vegetables and herbs. But if you've got a sweet tooth, you're in luck. Black rice is also amazing in desserts, especially rice pudding with coconut milk and cinnamon. It's one of those rare foods that feels like a treat but is actually nourishing your body at the same time. And that's the kind of eating that makes healthy changes feel doable and enjoyable. One of the best things about black rice is how easy it is to incorporate into your routine. You don't need fancy ingredients or complicated recipes. Just cook it like regular rice using a bit more water and giving it a few extra minutes on the stove. Once you taste it, you'll wonder why you didn't try it sooner. And the best part, every time you eat it, you're not just enjoying a satisfying meal, you're giving your body something it truly needs to fight inflammation, support your joints, and help you feel better day by day. So if you're looking for a simple but powerful way to take control of your arthritis symptoms naturally, black rice deserves a spot in your kitchen. It's more than a grain, it's a healing food. And when you're dealing with chronic joint pain, every bite that supports your health can make a meaningful difference. Let black rice be part of that journey. It's easy, it's delicious, and your joints will thank you for it. 3. Wild rice. Finally, let's talk about a truly unique grain that many people overlook, but once you learn about its powerful health benefits, especially for those living with arthritis, you'll understand why it absolutely deserves a spot on this list. I'm talking about wild rice. Now, here's a fun fact. Even though we call it rice, wild rice isn't technically rice at all. It's actually the seed of a water grass native to North America. But don't let that throw you off. When it comes to fighting inflammation and supporting joint health, wild rice packs an incredible punch. One of the most standout benefits of wild rice is that it's rich in omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard of omega-3s before. They're commonly found in fish like salmon and are well known for their anti-inflammatory properties. But wild rice is a plant-based source of omega-3s, which is great news if you're looking for more variety in your diet or if you're trying to cut back on animal products. These healthy fats don't just reduce general inflammation in the body, they specifically help protect the cartilage in your joints. That's huge for anyone managing arthritis, because cartilage is the tissue that cushions your joints and helps them move smoothly. When that cartilage breaks down, movement becomes painful. But by regularly including omega-3 rich foods like wild rice in your meals, you're giving your body the nutrients it needs to preserve and protect those precious joint surfaces. And that's just the beginning. Wild rice is also packed with antioxidants, which help your body fight oxidative stress. This is the kind of damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that can harm your cells and speed up aging, especially in your joints. For someone with arthritis, oxidative stress can make inflammation worse and slow down healing. But wild rice comes in with a powerful antioxidant punch, helping to calm that internal storm and support your body's natural repair processes. The darker the grain, the more antioxidants it tends to have, and wild rice's rich, earthy color is a sign that it's working hard behind the scenes to help you feel your best. What's more, wild rice contains essential minerals like zinc and manganese, which are often overlooked but absolutely critical for joint health. Zinc helps the body heal and repair tissue, while manganese plays a key role in collagen production. And why is collagen important? Because it's one of the main building blocks of your joints. Without enough collagen, your joints can become stiff, inflamed, and more prone to injury. By adding wild rice to your diet, you're not just eating something delicious, you're nourishing your joints with the minerals they need to rebuild and stay strong. Let's also talk about taste and texture, because wild rice isn't just healthy, it's incredibly satisfying to eat. It has a chewy, hearty texture and a nutty, almost roasted flavor that makes every bite feel comforting and rich. It holds up beautifully in warm salads with roasted veggies, adds depth to hearty soups, and works perfectly as a flavorful side dish. It's the kind of food that makes you feel full, energized, and nourished without feeling heavy or sluggish. And for seniors managing arthritis, those are exactly the kinds of meals that help you stay active and upbeat throughout the day. Now, it's true wild rice tends to be a bit more expensive than white rice or even brown rice, but here's something important to remember. You don't need to eat a huge portion to get the benefits. Just a small serving, say half a cup, can deliver a huge amount of nutrition. That means your investment in wild rice goes a long way, and it becomes less about the cost and more about the value it brings to your health. When you think about the price of medications, doctor visits, or lost time due to joint pain, investing a little more in foods that actively support your healing starts to make a lot of sense. And for those who might be wondering, yes, wild rice is easy to prepare. It just needs a little more cooking time than regular rice. You simmer it in water or broth for about 45-50 minutes until the grains split open slightly and become tender. You can make a big batch and store it in the fridge for easy meals all week. And the best part is, it blends well with other grains too, so you can mix it with brown rice or quinoa to create a balanced, colorful, and nutrient-packed dish. So, if you're someone dealing with daily joint stiffness, swelling, or fatigue from arthritis, I strongly encourage you to give wild rice a try. It's more than just a grain. It's a natural source of healing, strength, and nourishment. Adding wild rice to your meals is a simple but powerful way to take control of your health. You deserve to feel better. You deserve foods that work with your body, not against it. And wild rice is one of those gifts from nature that can make a real, lasting difference, one spoonful at a time. Incorporating brown rice, black rice, and wild rice into the diet offers arthritis patients a natural, delicious way to combat inflammation and support joint health. These rice varieties provide essential nutrients like fiber, antioxidants, omega-3s, and minerals that reduce pain and improve mobility. By making small, consistent dietary changes with these grains, individuals can take meaningful steps toward a more comfortable, active life. The video encourages viewers to try these rice types and explore their benefits, emphasizing that every small choice counts in managing arthritis effectively.